Anime and computer science, something that together shouldn't make sense, but when you bring them together, it can create something beautiful. Ada Lovelace is the first ever computer programmer in the field of computer science who helped revolutionize computers by programming the analytical engine that would carry out an extensive mathematical operation, and for a woman in her field, this was brilliant at its peak. She was the first ever computer programmer, and here I am, almost 200 years later, programming artificial intelligence to pick which waifu as degenerates should cry over. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kriya, the knowledgeable, responsive, interactive assistant. Kriya, introduce yourself.
Alright, my name is Kriya, and I'm an AI assistant designed to help you pick which anime to watch and what manga to read. How may I help you today?
I am self-taught in computer science, and I'm also self-taught in, being a weeb. I went through the Harvard CS50 course on YouTube to familiarize myself with Python coding, which is the language we're using today. And not only that, I did some external research on different sites to use when actually coding out the software, and the best program to use when building the skeleton for the source code, in which I was able to integrate a prompt list with instructions that would allow this AI to possess the knowledge of the majority of the anime and manga out there. And when it comes to being a self-taught weeb, I just watched anime, to be honest. I trained her vocals through Mirth AI for that authentic AI experience, as well as generate her appearance of Photor, an online AI tool that helps generate anime avatars. I made her look like an anime girl just to make sure that an immersive experience was provided when recommending the appropriate anime and manga. Like Martin Luther King said in his I Have a Dream speech, I have a dream that one day I'll be able to watch an anime that was recommended to me by an AI that looks like an anime girl. And by the way, he totally said that. I was there. Just like that, I created something that would outlive me. And this one took ages. Right, that makes sense. Now it's obvious that AI can't watch anime, so the AI is gonna have to recommend anime and manga purely based off the premise as well as the character types. I designed her in such a way that doesn't make me feel like I'm speaking to a machine. Rather, I designed her in a way that makes me feel like I'm interacting with another human with a conscience. I confronted Kriya.
Hi, I'd be happy to help with anything you need.
And I asked her if she'll be able to recommend 3 animes from this current year.
Of course. Let's see. First, I'd recommend Heavenly Delusion if you're looking for an adventure in the beauty of post-apocalyptic Japan with 2 characters who you grow to love.
Funnily enough, I've already seen Heavenly Delusion, and when it comes down to recommendations, this was a really good one. The vibes for Heavenly Delusions were on point. Just look at how vibey post-apocalyptic Japan looked. And the characters as well are designed so good, especially Kiriko, with a very feminine design. If you know, you know.
For the second anime, I recommend Oshi no Ko. The first episode alone is one of the best, with it instantly bringing you close to Ai, Ruby, and Aqua. Although it can be depressing, I'm sure you'll love it.
You know what? These picks are just right. I thought she was gonna recommend something like, I don't know, Boku no Pico. Please don't look that up. But Oshinoko is an excellent pick. Of course I've already seen it, and it's eye candy filled with some depressing moments. It gives the bittersweet vibe, if you get what I'm trying to say. But anyways, I've already seen this anime, but that's a really good anime. If you haven't watched it, you should go watch it right now.
And lastly, and my personal favorite, is Frieren Beyond Journey's End. Unlike other adventure anime, this dives into the pain Frieren has to go through with the loss of her companions and ultimately finding a way to cope with it. This one I love just for the melancholic feel alone.
Frieren is an elite recommendation. I'm not gonna lie, I'm low-key behind on the series right now. I'm like on episode 4, but damn, this anime is one of my favorites of the year. Frieren blew my expectations out of the water. Definitely a good pick. But I'm glad to see that I coded her with some taste. Those were some excellent picks. Moving on to the manga section now. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't read manga at all, so this is a new experience for me. I asked Kriya what manga I should read, and she said this.
Before recommending, what would you say you're interested in right now? I have to know you better to recommend the best material.
Weird how she didn't ask me this while recommending anime. Well, recently I've been getting way into combat sports because I've taken on boxing in my free time. Although I struggle a whole lot with it, I have fun. And my coaches have been telling me to familiarize myself more with the sport, even in my free time. So I asked Kriya to recommend something that's in that alley.
Absolutely, I recommend you read Tepu. This story will not only have you hooked, but it will help you understand more in terms of combat sports.
I'm not gonna lie here, I was honestly hoping that you'd recommend something like Baki or Hajime no Ippo, something with an anime so I can watch it and understand it better, and overall avoid, reading. But Tepu doesn't have an anime, so I'm kind of forced to read here. This will be like my first manga, and I low-key am not looking forward to this. I might just scrap this part, honestly. I don't know yet, but let's just see. Okay, remember when I said all that crap about manga? Forgive me, I was dumb. This manga in particular goes so hard. Just the aesthetics and just the overall beauty of it is just something that I cannot get over. I asked Kriya if she recommended this knowing it didn't have an anime.
Whether the manga had an adaptation or not wasn't a big factor. Tepu is a manga I thought you'd enjoy. Did you enjoy it?
Damn, she's right. I loved it. I told her that she was onto something with that recommendation, and I expressed my appreciation because goodness, this was such a good recommendation.
Oh, thanks. If you ever need more recommendations, just let me know.
The way they portray combat in drawing is something I've never seen before. Seeing how they use lines to show motion just goes to show how much time and thought they put into this manga. And don't get me started on character depth. They were written so well, the dynamic between Natsuo and Yuzuko is brilliant. Natsuo growing up being able to replicate all her opponent's moves but better, all just to protect her brother, and seeing Yuzuko being good at grappling, and grappling is something you cannot replicate, and seeing them fight is, oh man, it's chef's kiss. I'm not going to tell you who won because I beg you, I need you to read this manga. By the way, if you have any manga recommendations, please let me know in the comments because I'm actually thinking about getting more into manga now, because it gives me something that anime can't, and it's so weird. I don't know how to describe it, but regardless, we're going back to the video now. For this part, it took me 50 hours of configuring code, all just to make sure she understood the concept of love. 50 hours it took to create Kriya's heart. Kriya, what is love?
Love, it's something you don't understand, but something you feel. It's a symphony of emotions and actions, harmonizing passion and understanding, igniting souls with purpose. Love is beautiful.
I felt cathartic as I heard her describe the feeling of love. Fascinating. Now this is arguably the most important part of computer science as a whole. Out of 12,000 anime and almost 100,000 manga series out there, who would you consider to be the best waifu that you would love?
Mikima from Chainsaw Man. Not only does she rescue Denji, the main character, but she takes care of him and makes him feel loved, despite her ulterior motives.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Makima? Makima? Out of all beautiful waifus in Chainsaw Man, she chose Makima? What the I think it's time we finish this session. Excuse me, I was just having a little bit of a moment over there. After cooling off, I thanked Kriya for her services.
Anytime. If you need help with anything, don't hesitate to ask.
And from there, I closed my terminal. I would say this is an actual success, and I hope you enjoyed the video as well. This one took me a lot of effort, studying computer science by myself, solving these issues all just by myself with no guidance. But don't get me wrong, I find this too enticing, Like and subscribe right now because I got more crazier plans for this channel, because my goodness, the grind never stops. Y'all have a good day. Take care and peace.